And only cats who will enjoy the food here. No, hang on. Perfectly reasonable comment. I will enjoy the food. Also winning in India and bowling with control and skill and flair for all those years for England. John Ganguly is here with us tonight. We'll ask him about Navjot Singh Sidhwani. Also tonight, Angus Fraser, who won everywhere for England and lost in a few places for England too. Gus is here tonight. And winning famously in India in harness with Graham Swan in 2012-2013, Monty Panesar is here tonight. Monty might never have envisaged that his fame would come with bat in hand, not ball in hand, but of course it did in Cardiff. But those fine men, and fine men they are, pale into insignificant compared to the two guests I will introduce in just a moment. So I sense your beating heart, your bated breath, and while Nick introduces the evening, these two men will have to stay calm and wait their moment, because please welcome your host tonight, Nick Compton.
Good evening, everyone. Look, very hard act to follow, of course. Mark Nicholas, the great Mark Nicholas. Thank you so much, Mark, for coming tonight and for helping this evening. I think, firstly, really humbled by the turnout tonight. I think it's been absolutely fantastic. I think these testimonial years are something we all learn about as a guy who's applied as straight as a cricketer to try and start sort of organising events, etc. It's certainly been a different domain, something that I've learned through the time, but look, the turnout tonight is incredibly humbling. I think to see some of the people that have arrived today, but I want to make a very big thank you to Middlesex County Cricket Club. I think to be offered a testimonial here gives me a chance to reflect on a career, I guess, a chance to reflect on a kind of a long career in many ways, not as long as some, but I've had a massive, incredible opportunity to play at home away from home, and Lords has become a place that I see as home, and has been a place that I've managed to play my cricket for a number of years, and to see some of the turnout here, the like of Embers, who was my first coach, Angus Fraser, my first captain, and teammate Stephen Finn, who I've been fortunate enough to tour England with. We won in India in 2012 together, and he played such an integral part in that series. And to win the championship with him as well. I think there are some really special people here tonight, and I think that's what testimonial years are about, to be able to give back to those that have contributed to my journey. You have some good, you have some bad, but I think to get to this point, I'm incredibly proud, and I just want to say a special mention to Mr. Ganguly and Mr. Gavaskar for making it tonight. I know you're very wanted men, you're very busy. I know that getting here tonight is a real honour as a young cricketer who aspired to achieve some of the things that you did. I know my grandfather, who would be 100 years tonight, and that was one of the people that I really wanted to make tribute to in this year, was a big fan of yours, son in particular, as a batsman. And I don't want to go on too long. Of course, we want to hear from our two guests, but a real thank you for being here tonight. A big thank you to everyone for their support. And hopefully you can raise some money for some of the charities, which are Mind and the PCA Benevolent Fund, who have supported me hugely over the couple of years. So thank you very much.
Dennis Compton, son of Richard Compton, two brothers, sons of Dennis in South Africa, Patrick and Richard, and Nick is the son of Richard. He mentions the PCA Benevolent Fund. For those that don't know, that's the Professional Cricketers Association Benevolent Fund that is looking after players who struggle when they finish in the game. And struggle, I mean struggle. I mean deep depression, I mean alcoholism, I mean drugs, I mean real issues of money. And when you leave cricket, having had the arms of the game wrapped around you for so long, it's damn difficult to start a new life, unless you're a lucky bugger and getting a bit of telework. So that's what Nick is supporting tonight, which is fantastic, along with his own excellence over the years. Right, okay, how do we get this right? We're going to interview two important people now, and then after dinner we'll ask those that are dining downstairs to come up. There's also going to be an auction in the middle of the evening to raise money for those fantastic causes. But let's introduce two very special cricketers from India. One captained India with enormous flair and enormous conviction at a time when Indian cricket was really moving into a new condition, if you like. We've got a phenomenal record. It's often forgotten that Saurav played about 120 odd tests, made nearly 7,500 runs, averaged 42 in test match cricket, made more than 10,000 runs in one-day cricket, was considered one of the top 5 or 6 one-day batsmen in the world, has gone on to hold high administrative posts both with the BCCI and in Bengal, and is a very important figure in the way cricket goes forward in India, particularly with his involvement in the IPL. He is the one and only Dada! Saurav Ganguly. Up on the stage. You want to see that?
The last time I stood up was in school. I didn't do my homework, so I leave that to Mark Nicholas and I'm staying down.
Oh, okay. How disappointing. Well, thankfully, our next guest will certainly want to stand up. Because people call him the little master. That's nonsense. He is the big master because of the size of his heart. Right, 65 he averaged against West Indies. 34 test match hundreds, 12 of them against West Indies alone. Extraordinary cricketer and man. In my all-time World 11 to open the batting with Barry Richards. There you go. They're my two in my world. But a character who has dominated the scene in Indian cricket from those early days that he emerged as a gifted young player in the late 1960s. He still commands respect, enjoyment, indeed reverence the world over. Ladies and gentlemen, Sonny Gavaskar. It's not a bad photograph, this is it? Because it's in descending levels of importance. So just the way it's turned out. How are you with it?
I'm very happy with that.
You dived in overnight. You're not happy with selection. The Indian one-day team is not performing as it might.
I wouldn't say I'm not happy with selection, but I just put in a few suggestions how to go forward. They're a good side actually. They've lost after a long time. It's not that they get beaten like this. They're a very good one-day side with the white ball, but made some mistakes yesterday, and I'm sure some teams will.
Okay, so you're not demanding different selection, because I had the impression that you felt KL Rahul, for example, should definitely stay in the side. If there were other young players, Alex and Samson, who were candidates to play in the
It's an
side.
opinion actually. I feel he's a very good player the way he played in Manchester, and I feel that he's got a place at number 4. We have a job to do. As you said on television, and not on television that much as the big man next to me is. But I say what I feel, and I feel that after his knock in Manchester, he probably should have got a longer rope at number 4 this series because he's a young player and I think he's a very good player.
All right, Sonny, you're keeping a close eye on these guys. They ought to be competing for the World Cup in a year's time with England, who, I don't know, maybe unbelievable as it sounds, guys, isn't it? England starters' favourites.
Absolutely. They're the number 1 team in the world, and the way they came back after having lost so badly in the first one-day game. In fact, I said last year that they should have won the Champions Trophy. But maybe even that was just an aberration. They have learned from it. The way they come back, they start as the favourites for next year's World Cup. And recent history with them. The 2011 World Cup was hosted by India, they won it. 2015 World Cup was hosted by Australia, they won it. 2019 World Cup is hosted by England.
Hosted by England.
So, I mean, recent with